Hi guys, welcome to another channel, another video that I'm doing today. And today I'm going to be breaking my pothos plants, I think, into half basically, and then repotting them, just because I would like to, I'd like to make, to double up on my plants. So I just got back from holiday and I came back and I realized I'd killed 2 plants from not watering them for 3 weeks. So I've just got inspired just to do another video, because when I came back I noticed these plants actually that I propagated in February are doing really well, as you can see here. I've got the rest of them here, but they're just flourishing, so why not? Because the whole point of doing these, when I initially propagated these, I propagated it in a way because I wanted to, the way I propagated them was to make them really bushy, as you can see. That was my main aim, and it seems like the plants are doing exactly what I wanted them to do. And I just did that by watching other people's videos on YouTube, just how to get fuller, bigger plants. So that was how I started, and it seems like what I wanted to do is definitely happening, so that's good. And also part of my plan was to from the plants that have grown fully and, you know, bushy, I'm obviously hoping this is going to get better over time or get bigger. But what I wanted to do was to, from this plant, my plan was down the line was to break up the plant again and just create more plants. And because when you break them in half, they actually tend to flourish more. So that's what I plan to do today. I'm sorry what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, but I'll explain along the way. Of course, this is a beginner channel. If you guys like my videos, or if you'd like to watch more of my videos, please press the subscribe button down below. So today what I've done is I've collected some of my better compost, just because I noticed whenever I break up my plants to double up on them, they get quite vulnerable. I can give you an example. This is I don't know if I can say the name, Calathea. I think that's how you say Calathea plants. I bought this back in the winter, not knowing much about plants, and I just thought it was a really pretty plant. When I bought it, it was really big. I bought 2 and they were big and bushy, and then I divided them up and they were fine for the whole winter. But when it came into full summer, they all really struggled. So I was watering them probably once a week in winter, and then I don't think I've been able to grasp how hard it is to look after them in the warmer seasons. They seem fine in winter. It's just when it gets hot, it's just another story, and I haven't quite understood exactly how to take care of them in a different season. So yeah, I mean, I've already had 2 die on me that I had halved, but I'm learning lessons along the way. Like, especially when you buy a new plant, don't halve them immediately. You know, I think the best thing to do is just, and by the way, the aim of halving is to double up later on and just to have more plants without having to go out and buy them all the time. So what I've learned now is when I buy them, I leave them for a bit, especially if they look new, because I tend to buy newer plants. I don't want to buy the old ones. I'll leave them, it's better to leave them for a couple of months and get them to fully, or to reach a mature, a stage where they're a bit more mature, and then once they look more mature and stronger, then to break them up. And also it's just making sure that I take care of them once I've halved them by watering, keeping them really moist. That's what I need to do, is keep them really moist so that they don't die, because they might look okay for the first 3 months, but honestly they're still very vulnerable a few months after that. So I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me, but I think I'm just going to get right into it. I've got this one. This is like sort of like a, I'm trying to think of, yeah, this I repotted in early spring, and now again redoing it again. Not sure if that's too soon, but we'll see. I just think it's just doing really well. I'm quite happy to cut them into. What I do want to do, I'm thinking this one is not as full. It's one of the, this plant specifically I'm going to put in my bedroom in the winter by the window. I can't do it right now just because it's too hot, and these leaves are just going to scorch in the sun. So I'm not going to do that until it gets cooler. So I'm thinking probably end of September, it's safe to put them by the window. Right. I'm thinking this one is going to be too big. So I'll leave that for last because I'm going to have to run and get another smaller pot, one pot less than that. And again, with halving these, I'm going to make sure that a couple of months down the line, just going to shut the door. Right, apologies, my daughter's she's singing at the moment and singing loudly, so I don't want to interrupt her, but I also don't want that to distract this video. So I've got a smaller, right, I've got that plant for here. My only concern is that as much as I want to keep them small, I just feel like it's going to be too, it's just not big. It needs to be a bit taller. Wish I could get a taller, skinnier one. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to look quite skinny. Or do you know what? I think the best thing with that one, let me use my wisdom here, is just not to leave that one alone. That one probably doesn't want to be halved. We'll start with that one. Right. Really wet. Right, okay. I mean, really, this is really dry. Excuse me. I mean, we're now into full summer and it's a hot summer this year. Just what I was hoping for. But now I regret that because it's just too, I feel like it's too, oh gosh, it's too hot. Right, I'm gonna just make a mess here. This is okay. This is not my kitchen tablecloth. It's just an outdoor temporary one. I'm gonna be removing this after this. It's fine. Right, to get my hands dirty. I am gonna now, I mean, look at this, guys. This is really, this is a very healthy plant. I'm really happy with how it's done. Alright, I'm going to start potting it. Else there'll be a mountain of dirt to clean up. So, right, sorry, okay. That's how much I'm going to put in there. So now I'm going to cut that in half. I'm going to halve that. I have to always remember that these plants are very resilient. It always breaks my heart to cut them in half, it always does. But it's going to be fine, we're going to be good. This is just to grow more plants, just so that I don't spend a lot of money. I have to do this. It's going to be fine. Oh, oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're good. It always breaks my heart to do that. Always. Right, let's just see. Now we've got half. I think that's even too small. Let's see. What about that one? I haven't fully thought this through, guys. I'm just... Okay, I think we're okay with using that one. I'm just sort of making it up as I go along. I know what I want to do. I just haven't fully thought through how I'm going to do it, so bear with me. I'm happy with that. I'm going to use I'm going to mix it and use some of the old and the new soil. Really want this, oh, sorry. Oh God, treat them like children. Oh, excuse me. I just really want this to flourish, honestly. I don't think I'm going to be repotting these. Well, I said that last time. I didn't think I was going to be repotting until September. But now here I am. Play it by ear. Okay. I just feel it. Okay, I'm just conscious that I've done it too high. Pull it out again. Because this is going to be a plant that's going to be hanging down. So there we go. I feel like I haven't done this in so long. I've done bits of gardening outside, but my indoor plants they haven't been very well looked after. And I think also because I've been away, they probably they've been okay. I think that a lot of plants are resilient. Let me say the healthier plants are more resilient than the ones that need constant nourishing all the time. That's what I found. So these were before I left, these were my healthy plants, and when I came back, although they hadn't been watered for 3 weeks and it was like 40 degrees in England, do you know what? They were absolutely fine. They still looked healthy. They still looked like they were growing. So we've got the one half. I'm glad I used that. That's the one half. That's gonna start to grow more leaves over the next few weeks, and I'll make sure I just take some pictures and photos. By the way, guys, I have a Pinterest account that my Pinterest account documents a lot of my plants and how they're doing. That's sort of how I use Pinterest to track the progress of my plants. So if you guys are interested at all, please do check out my Pinterest account. I'm gonna try and link something below just to get you guys just to join or to follow me on Pinterest. And if anyone's on Pinterest, please let me know and I can follow you. And I use Pinterest not just for plants, but for I use it also for cooking, for recipes, and what else? Recipes, food. I do a lot of food, and now that it's summer, smoothies and that kind of thing. Oh, we're gonna be good in here. Should I do? Those roots are going. They really are. How many have I got left? 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm gonna. Yeah, I can use that. It's fine. I'm just hoping I'm making the right decisions right now. Where was I? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, please do follow me on Pinterest. Let me know if you guys have got a Pinterest account and I can follow you as well. I just don't like it when they look sparse or sparse. I don't like when they look sparse. It looks sad. Oh, this guy. Right, I remember this. There's no roots to those. I'll leave those out. Don't need to plant that again. So I've been really good, and I haven't bought any plants for months. Well, since I've been really good. I haven't bought plants since probably late April. So I'm very proud of myself. I was afraid that I had an addiction to buying plants, but I've been really good. And I'm just trying to make use of what I have in the house. And this is, oh God, I thought that was a worm. Oh my God. Right. No worms in here. Okay, hopefully not, because they're indoor plants. That would freak me out. Right. Yeah, so really that's what I've been doing, is just trying to make use of, right, did it wrong again. I've been trying to make use of what I have in my house before even thinking about going out to buy plants. But I guarantee you winter's coming, so I'll be out in the gardening shops during winter buying more. But I'm going to set a budget for myself every month. That's what I'm going to do. I will set a budget, and if I set a budget, I won't go over that. So I'm actually really glad I got to do this video. I've been wanting to do it, but just haven't had the motivation to get up and do it. So now I finally have. That looks alright, actually. Looking good. So we've got 2 here. So got 2. So how many plants? I had 4 pothos before, so I should end up with altogether I should end up with 8, if my calculations are correct. Oh no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. About 8. Don't quote me. Okay. Got to. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so glad. This isn't even costing me a penny, and I'm gonna have like an extra couple of plants in my house, and I can actually, so what I'm going to do with the extra plants I have is in my second bathroom. So I've got my own bathroom and I have plants in there, but in the second bathroom that the kids use, I'm going to put 3 plants on the ceiling, and then I'm going to start from there. And then when winter comes, we'll try, if there's space in there, it's a small bathroom, if there's space in there, and I'll show you guys on Pinterest, if there's space in there, I'm going to just keep adding more plants. It's just, there's something about plants in a room, and especially, you know, bedroom, plants in your bedroom and bathroom is just so good for your mind. When I wake up in the morning, I see my plants, it makes me actually, I wake up in a good mood. So I'm so glad that I got onto this plant journey. It's done wonders for my soul. So if you guys are interested in doing this, in these plants and starting, I would suggest you do this. And it's just some advice in the winter, and because I struggle in winter in England, and these are like amazing. Like you can see at the back, yeah, they're a bit, you know, I've got less now. I've killed a few, but like this is my kitchen, and when I walk into my kitchen and I see my plants in the middle of winter, it's just like the best thing ever. So now I can almost say I'm preparing for the winter months, like, and just making sure that I have as many plants as possible, as cheaply as possible, or, you know, by paying, you know, as long as I pay next to nothing or nothing. And this is my strategy, is just like having lots of plants in my house and not paying much for it. I'm not going to have a lot of pothos at the moment, but I'm gonna, in winter, I'm gonna make sure I buy different types of plants that last a very, very long time. And that's the goal, is making sure that I buy plants that last a long time, like years and years. Because it's not a cheap business, it's an expensive business. Like, we can't afford to be, you know, spending loads of money on plants, and this, when the economy is going, you know, our economy at the moment is not very good. So it's good just to try and be economical. And if you guys have noticed, like, I know a lot of the things I do in my life, I try and make sure that I'm as economical as possible. Whether it's food, whether even just anything I do, I try and make sure that I'm reusing. I'm just on this journey of like making sure that I reuse, and I just don't buy too much. Because I used to buy a lot of stuff, and then like 3 years later think, why did I buy that? And then I check it out, and you know, it's like stuff that I buy stuff, you know, like go to the home store and buy stuff thinking, oh, that looks nice, but then like I think because I was like, you know, a young mum, I'd go to the shop and just buy like your cheap stuff. I don't want to mention any store names, but then like 2 years or 3 years later, I'm like, why did I buy that? And like, it just doesn't look nice a couple of years down the line. So now I'm like, I'm always careful about, you know, before I even buy anything for my house, I'm always very careful about what I buy, because I don't want to, like, in 2 or 3 years time, especially like, you know, plastic things. I think it's a lot easier now because the kids are older. But like, we used to buy so many plastic stuff, like literally plastic shit, honestly. I shouldn't swear, this is a Christian channel, but guys, seriously, like, we used to buy so much rubbish, and then it would just get thrown, especially at Christmas time, and it would just get thrown away. Like, you know, the kids will have it on Christmas Day, and then by January they go back to school and nobody's interested in it anymore. So in some ways I'm glad. Well, one, it helps that they're a little bit older and we don't buy the plastic stuff, but it's made me more wise about how I spend my money. I want to have a nice house and I want to have nice things, but when I do buy the things that I want, the nice things, I make sure I buy quality. And if I have to wait if I have to wait 3 months to save for like the nice thing that I want, I will wait and save, and then that way I have it for a longer time. I'm conscious about this because I don't know. Let's have a look. Very conscious about this, guys, because this is right. Do you know, I'm not sure if I should have broken this. This just seems quite small. I know what I'm gonna do. Just had an idea. I'm gonna break this in half. Do you know what? I'm just thinking that this is quite skinny and I want them bushy. So if I'm gonna break this in half. I'll show you what I'll do. It's gonna be easier to show you and explain while I do it. Right. This is a mess. Okay. That looks really tiny, doesn't it? But what I will do, is take this. I'm going to take this one that I wasn't going to break apart before. Add it to that one. Break that one in half. So I'm going to have half of the other one and half of the other plants because they're two skinny plants. I still want them to be thick by the end of the, you know, in a couple of months or whatever. What's going on here? Just sort of feeling my way through the plants. No, I'm not going to damage it, but I just want to be careful. Where are we here? Right, okay. Still want to be careful. Right. See? Oh, do you know what? This is what I mean. I just destroyed that one. There's no roots on that one. Put that in there. I'm hoping for the best with these guys. Okay. It's messy business. Very messy business. Right, that's done exactly what I wanted to do. It doesn't look too thin, and I know it's gonna grow even more, and it's gonna sprout some more leaves. So I'm happy with that one, and then I'm gonna do the other half of that. No, oh gosh, I got way more of this one. No worries, that's fine. Look at that beauty. Beautiful. Another tip I would advise as a beginner gardener, I'm still learning myself, but as a beginner gardener, is when I do my gardening stuff, I used to, when I started, I used to just go to the shop and just buy random things, and then and my garage is full of stuff that hasn't been used. But I would suggest get a few bits that you need, but don't buy too much. Just, again, this is a repetition, but just always look around and see what you have first before you go out to the shops and buy stuff for your gardening, because it's not necessary just to go and spend a lot of money. You don't all have lots of money to spend on things like this, even though it's, you know, I think it's a necessity. I think plants are a necessity because I think it's good for your well-being. But we don't all have that luxury of just going and, you know, spending anything you want on it. Do you know what? That one. That one's already sprouting. Sorry. Halfway through thinking and then I forget what I'm going to say. I don't know what the situation with this is. It looks like there's lots of plants, but also at the same time, I don't want it to be a skinny plant if I cut it in half. Let's just see where we get to. see. Right, okay. So I'm gonna use that one. These two. They're doing really well. I'm so proud of these guys. So proud. Didn't know they were gonna grow and flourish like this. Okay. Right. Time to cut in half, and I don't wanna destroy them. I'm sorry, I know you guys can't exactly see it. I'm filming in my kitchen today just because I don't really want to be outside. It's too hot. That to be honest, that, and then my neighbors are walking around. I don't know what I'm thinking, what's she doing? Looks a bit weird sometimes when you're looking at a camera and talking. Just I still get embarrassed. So my neighbors are nice enough. I just get embarrassed to just do it outside. It's like, oh my word. Okay. Right, I'm gonna, let's see, I'm going in a smaller one, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put these in a smaller one. A little bit smaller, just because I'm not sure what's going on with the roots. Feel our way around there. This is what I'm doing, you can see. Boom. Thank you. There we go. All right. Get that one in there. That's what I got out of it. Oh man. I just feel like I'm going through one of those dips at the moment. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I had like a holiday blues. I think that's a thing. I think holiday blues are a thing. But at the same time, I'd had enough of being away. Not that I wanted to come home necessarily, but I had enough of being away and staying in hotels. So if you do that for too long, it's and eating out all the time, it's, you know, I can do that for 2 weeks, but after that, it's like, no, I want some proper food and I want to just be in my bed. I've just been feeling really blue lately, but hopefully this will help. Me gardening and me doing the things I love definitely helps lift my mood. I think the jet lag as well. The jet lag just took its toll on me. Wow, that jet lag. I was so anxious the week before I came back because I knew how bad the jet lag was last time, and I was like, I don't want it to be the same thing. And unfortunately, and I tried to beat the jet lag, but I don't think there's such a thing as trying to beat jet lag. I tried, it didn't work. So I was like down for like 10 days, like felt awful for 10 days. Kind of think I might want to stay in Europe. No jet lag if you go to Europe, so. There we go. This looks very different to what it looked like before. It just looks a lot flatter. Oh, I can see some roots coming out of this one. Sorry guys if I'm rambling today. It's just one of those days. You can see it looks a bit empty at the top, which I don't like, but let me give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. It'll grow some more. Just patience, that's all. So I think that was the quickest video ever. I don't know, it always takes a lot less time than I think it will. I always think it's going to take like forever, and then I'm like done in seconds. How strange. So, well, I guess that's the video done. But let me show you what we've got. Let me show you the result. I had 4. I've lost 2 of these. I had four pothos plants to start with. So now, I think it was 4. Was it 4? Hold on, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 4. So now we've got 1, 2. I'm gonna keep my eye on this guy. Keep my eye on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that mean it? Okay, fine. I've gained 2. I was going to gain a lot more than that, but it's fine. Look, I've gained 2 plants that I've not had to pay for, and I'm going to keep a really good eye on them over the next few days. Make sure that I water them a lot, not a lot, but it's hot, so every other day I'm going to water them a little bit. I'm going to make sure I put my plant food in. Very, very important, because they are very vulnerable. Ooh, when you first break them up. So, because I don't know if you learned much or if it's just me just rambling, I'm sorry, but hopefully this will inspire you to, whatever plants you have, just to use the plants in your house to start off with. If they're mature plants, break them up, break the plants up and halve them, and then look after them, and then you'll see as time goes on you'll start to have more and more plants. Because when I started off with 2 of these in the very beginning. I started off with 2 of these, and of this type of plant, this pothos, and now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've got 6. That's all in 1 year. Within a year, less than a year, I've got 6. So that's amazing. So I've got, I'm worried about this one, because I came back and this is what it's done, but I just try and give it lots of water and it does seem to revive, but that one's doesn't seem to grow as well as I thought it would. But we'll get there. So guys, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do subscribe. There'll be more videos coming over the summer. I'm going to try and do as many as I can before the season ends. And then after the season ends, once it gets cold, we'll see what's in store, or what God's got in store for the next bit, because I'm not going to be outside, even though I'm not outside today. I'm just filming in my kitchen. But yeah, I'm excited to see what God's got in store over the next couple of months regarding, you know, this new journey. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and please do comment, do like once again, and do subscribe to my channel, and more weekly videos coming your way.